Welcome to the Siemens booth at Greenbuild 2014 here in New Orleans. So throughout Greenbuild, we hear a lot of conversation about building performance and how we achieve it and what tools and technologies are available for people to help make their buildings operate in the most energy efficient and sustainable fashion possible. So today here at the booth, we're going to be talking about two technology tools and platforms that we have to help building owners and managers operate their buildings more efficiently and more environmentally responsibly. The first is our new Desigo CC building automation system platform, which provides optimal level of control at a building level for our operators. And the second is our Advantage Navigator cloud-based energy management platform, which provides insight across a portfolio to how a building is consuming resources, energy, water, waste, and how it's using sustainability metrics and carbon emissions so that we can help make informed decisions across portfolios so that we can take and translate building performance into actionable strategies within our portfolios of buildings.
I'd like to demonstrate the Siemens Desigo CC Workstation. It's an intuitive software interface that integrates and coordinates all your building management systems along with your enterprise management systems, including Advantage Navigator, our cloud analytics, in a very easy, smart, adaptable, open, and robust application. It's adaptable, it's flexible, it allows your users and facilities to design and adapt to any way they want to use the system in one central application. First, let me show you how the user can flexibly add whatever they want to see for different people within an organization. For example, there may be a user that's the facility manager that would like to see the central plant, that would like to see in buildings the air systems, mechanical systems, water systems. So we have a view that shows him all that stuff right here. He picks user, facilities, and he can see his air handling systems, he can see his buildings, he can see his central plant. In other areas that may be a police or security, life safety personnel, they would want to see, for example, we have a user set up as security. So for them, all they would see typically is the things they're interested in, which is life safety zones and security, duress buttons, things like that. So there's no need for them to see the facility manager's view. So very flexible, adapts to the different users in a facility so they see and use only what they need to see and use. In addition, if I go to the campus, you can see the workflow here. I'm going to choose a building. A customer would typically choose, let's say, the science building. If I go to the facilities view, right here you can see a floor plan. And if I pick this temperature right here, which is just a zone temperature, you can see how the flow of this works. Now it's showing me in the operation pane here. I've picked the zone in the primary pane. The operation pane now allows me to view the different points associated with that, in this case a variable volume air box. So you can command from here, you can look from here, you can change set points. In addition to that, there's another related items pane that's very informative, and it brings the information to you about that particular selection you've made. So for this particular VAV box, I may want to come in and look at the actual box itself, so I can click on here, and it will bring up a secondary pane that actually shows the dynamic values of the variable air volume box. As you can see from the workflow now, I had the floor plan, I picked a device, it showed me the operational information about that device, things I can command, parameters I can change, and in addition it had related items, so I can bring up the graphic itself, dynamic graphic that shows that operation. I can also go back over to the browser, and I'll pick the science building and pick the air handling unit. And as you can see, as I pick things to the left, it shows it on the right. If I pick it on the right, it shows it in the browser, so they both keep up with each other to make it very convenient. Now that I'm in the air handling unit dynamic graphic, if I wanted to look at the discharge air temperature, for example, you now see that in the operation pane, all the information about that particular device or I/O point comes in. I can change the high and low limits, I can change the value, any other parameters that are commandable or configurable for that device. So this workflow in a central application makes it very easy for a customer versus in older versions of workstations where they had to pick through icons or other browser techniques, different editors and different things to do. It's all on one screen now, so we pick a device and it gives us all the things related to it. As an example, for that discharge air temperature, I may want to look at the trend of that I have set up. So if I trend that, now in the secondary pane the trend comes up. I can do several things with that. I can actually put a timeline on it and scroll back and forth on that timeline to see what's happening. I can also look at the raw data. I can also come to the comparison. So I can actually have two trends up at one time, and if I want to go backwards, let's say for 1 hour, I can go back a day, an hour, and compare. If I'm tuning a loop, for example, and I can see what it's doing currently, I can see what it was doing an hour ago and see if there's any improvement on that. So these are the basic functions of Desigo CC, very adaptable, very flexible for the users with only the things they need to see, and a central application that allows a workflow that allows you to do everything from this one application and one central screen.
I'm excited to be here in New Orleans, Louisiana at Greenbuild, here with Siemens Building Technologies to talk to you about our latest cloud-based analytics platform known as Advantage Navigator. What we do with Advantage Navigator is it's our kind of energy management platform. We get demand-side information where we can get data out of your systems, be it a building automation system, meter data, integrated into our cloud-based platform, so you can ultimately run analysis on it. You can understand energy consumption on a per building basis, a per floor basis, really kind of customize depending on what the needs of your infrastructure are. So we have the ability to gather that data. As you can see over here on our platform, you can compare a number of different sites, see what things like the energy usage intensity are. If you have actually a place that you want to zoom in on and get information, you can click through and kind of gather that information. So very much on the energy efficiency side to help you understand what am I consuming, what can I do to be more efficient. In addition to that, we also have supply side analysis where we can do things like gather utility bill data and help you kind of manage that whole utility bill process, procure energy in a more efficient manner. There's a technology aspect involved with that. And then we also have a sustainability kind of component to our platform where you can understand what is my holistic carbon footprint. Very easy, very simple to use reports, one place to kind of gather all that information to ultimately become a very efficient building, efficient campus, and reduce that overall carbon footprint while generating efficiency throughout your building. So that's kind of the general overview for Advantage Navigator. If you're interested and want more information, you can navigate over to our website at usa.siemens.com and find a plethora of information there.